Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone for bringing out this truth. This is the next installment of the Ten Commandments, and we're picking up with Exodus 20, verse 7. And he reads, "Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain." Okay. And so we've all learned the Ten Commandments. Not everybody, but a lot of people, especially going to Catholic Church, Christian Church, or something like that, you learn about the Ten Commandments, and you come across this one, and a lot of us think or thought that, saying, "Oh my God," or something like that meant taking the Lord's name in vain. But that's not a name, because God is a title. That's not a name. So what is his name? The Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And so, what does vain actually mean? That's what we got to understand. So, vain, emptiness, vanity, falsehood. Okay? Emptiness, nothingness, vanity, emptiness of speech, lying, worthless. So, how do you make his name worthless or nothingness? Oh, by taking it out the Bible, replacing it with the word Lord or God? Yeah, that fits the bill. Okay. Lying. So if you make an oath or swear using the Most High's name, Yahweh, and you do it falsely, isn't that taking his name in vain? Okay. So not using the name, that comes out to taking his name in vain. Misusing the name, using it to lie, that's taking his name in vain. Okay. Making it mean nothing. Because you'll see as we get deeper into this how powerful that name is, how great that name is. That name is very important. So let's read Strong's definition. And it says, from the same as H7722, in the sense of desolating, evil, literally or morally, figuratively, idolatry, uselessness, verbally in vain, falsely, lying, vanity, are vain. Okay. And so it says, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. So if you make his name out to be nothing, or you lie, use his name, then he won't hold you guiltless for that. Especially after hearing this lecture, because I told you. Okay. So you can also get this precept again in Deuteronomy, the 5th chapter, 11th verse is like a repeat of the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy power in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. So, same thing. So, all right, let's get some more precepts. Let's go to Proverbs, to the 18th chapter. Verse 10, the name of Yahweh is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it, and it is safe. So, this is important. This name is important. So this is a strong tower. Strong tower is talking about a place of protection, a place of refuge, a place that you can run to the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. It's for the righteous. Because who's going to have his name? The righteous. Okay? Yes, saying the sinners can get a hold of his name too, but it's only going to be a strong tower for the righteous, because that's who going to truly call on his name with all truth and sincerity. And it's going to be a safe haven for them, because he's going to deliver them. Okay? So, let's go to the book of Psalms, because David loved his name. And you'll see that all throughout the book of Psalms. If you just read it, you'll see how important the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is. This is Psalms 91. This is verse 2. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. So David could put his trust in Yahweh because he knew his name and he was righteous and he called on him. And so he protected him. He was that strong tower. He was that refuge. He was that fortress for David. Okay? And he'll be our fortress too. If we believe on him, we keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and we believe in his son, he'll be our fortress and he'll be our strong tower. And we put our trust in him. Okay? Now, let's go back to the Old Testament, to Leviticus, or chapter 19. Let's go down to verse 12. And it says, and ye shall not swear by my name falsely. So isn't that explaining what it means not to take his name in vain, as we had already discussed? Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am Yahweh. So let's see what profane means to get farther understanding. Profane. To defile, to profane, to pollute, to desecrate. Okay. Strong's definition, also denominative from properly, to bore, to wound, to dissolve, figuratively, to break, begin, to play, to flute. Okay. To make common, to defile, to pollute, to violate the honor of, to dishonor. Okay, so to disrespect the name, in other words. We shouldn't do that. Okay? Neither shalt thou profane the name of Yahweh thy power. So this is for the explanation of what it means to take his name in vain. His name is not to be played with. It's serious. It's the most powerful name. Okay? That's who we need to call on. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright? So let's go to the book of Revelations and get some examples of taking his name in vain, blasphemy. Let's see. So, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell therein. So who is this talking about? This is talking about Esau Edom, that great red dragon, the old Roman Empire. And still, even now today, the current Roman Empire too, the revived Roman Empire. So Esau Edom blasphemed the Most High. How did he blaspheme the Most High? Well, didn't he take the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai out of the scriptures? Didn't he paint over his pictures? Job 9 and 24. Didn't he cover the faces of the judges thereof? Yes, he did. Okay. What else? He even said that he was the people of the Most High, and he's not. Even disrespected the angels. So, Esau Edom is guilty of that. And then also us too, because we went along with it. Of course, we were in our ignorance calling on all these false names, Yahweh, Jesus, Yahuwah, Yehoshua, all of this nonsense. Those are names of blasphemy. That's not his real name. Okay? Now, let's go back to the Old Testament. Let's go to Leviticus 24 chapter. Get another example. This is down to verse 10. And it says, and the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian. So this man right here, he wasn't an Israelite because his father was an Egyptian. Okay, he was truly a Hamite. Okay, because you are the seed of your fathers. That's Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. So he fought against the Israelite. And the Israelitish woman, son, blasphemed the name of Yahweh and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. Oh, so he disrespected Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's see what his judgment was. And his mother's name was Lomith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in ward, that the mind of Yahweh might be showed them. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that cursed without the camp, And let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. So he was unalived for blaspheming against the Most High. What do you think's going to happen to Esau Edom? Let's get another precept. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. And it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, and sheweth himself that he is the Most High. So again, this is talking about Esau Edom. Everybody's thinking this man of sin is going to be some anti-Christ, this single man. No, it's talking about Esau Edom. Esau Edom is that man. And right now, he is being exposed. You've seen what Amalek doing over there with the Ishmaelites and everything. You see him. You see this man actively getting exposed. So eventually the world is really going to realize that this man is the actual devil. They're going to realize that he's that man of sin, because he's going to be revealed, because the end is not going to come until he's revealed, and he is being revealed. The whole world is going to turn against this man, and his glory is to watch it. Okay? So he exalted himself above everything that's called God. So this man, in his heart, he is so prideful. Read the book of Obadiah. This man thinks that he is the Most High. He thinks he's above the Most High. Okay? But he's not. Okay? He think that he is the Most High. Like, that's crazy. It ain't so. So we could go back. Well, we haven't went there yet, but I quoted it earlier. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So the wicked rule the earth. Okay? Who's the wicked? Esau Edom is the wicked. That's Malachi 1 and 4. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who are the judges? The Most High, Yahweh is the judge. He's the chief judge. Then Yahweh Shai. Okay, then we got the angels. Then you got the Israelites. He said he was them. Esau said he was them. He made them look like him. Iconoclasm. He painted over them. He tried to say they was pale-faced people, abominable snowmen, cream-colored bandits. That's blasphemy. Now, let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 74. Go down to verse 10. It says, O power, how long shall the adversary reproach? Who is the adversary? The word devil means adversary. Okay, this is talking about Esau Edom, because he's doing this. Shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever? Because that's what he's doing. That's what Esau Edom is doing. He is blaspheming the name of the Most High. Okay. Now, let's go toward Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 30. Let's go down to verse 4. And it says, who hath ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. Of course, this is talking about the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai. Okay? So, if this question is proposed in the Bible, wouldn't that mean that at some point the name would have been lost to the Israelites? Okay? And my puzzling question that always comes in mind, it's not puzzling to me, it's so obvious. It's just like, why would you take the name that your enemies give you? That does not make any sense. Specifically talking about Jesus. Like, our people grab onto that name so tight. Your enemies gave you that name. They captured you. They brought you over here. They did all kind of wickedness to you. They beat the truth out of your ancestors. And you still latch on to them. Like, it to what they tell you. That doesn't make sense. This is telling you that you have to go search out the name to find the true name. Like, if you can tell, like your enemies are not going to give you the name of your power. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. Doesn't the book say that? So why would your enemies give you the name of your power for you to call on him? That makes no sense. You have been deceived. When people suffer because of lack of knowledge. And now when he sends out the men who have the knowledge, the elders and the apostles and bishops and teachers on down, spreading this true gospel of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you don't want to accept it. You cleave on to your enemies. It literally hurts my soul. You can't get the true name from your enemies. You can't trust their Hebrew. You can't trust nothing from your enemies. Don't trust your enemies. That's just unwise. Okay? I know there's a scripture in the New Testament that says, love your enemies. That's talking about fellow Israelites who you don't get along with. It's not talking about the rest of the nations. Okay? It is not. All right. Let's go to the book of Psalms. Let's go to chapter 9. Let's go down to verse 10. Well, let's start at verse 9. It says, Yahweh also will be a refuge for the oppressed. Well, who are the oppressed? Does the whole world need a refuge? Is the whole world oppressed? No, but the Israelites are. So we're the oppressed. We don't have a voice in this world. We don't have a seat at the table. We don't have weapons, or army, none of that. We have Yahweh, so he is our refuge. He is our fortress. He's our strong tower. So we need that name. Our refuge in times of trouble. What times of trouble? Jacob's trouble. The worst time that's going to ever come upon this planet. You going to really need to know that name. Say it after me. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, which means, Yahweh means he exists. Bahasham, in the name of. Yahweh Shai, he delivers or he saves. Verse 10, and they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. So you need to know this name. This name is important. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. It is very important. All these fake names are not going to help you. I'm telling you. For thou, Yahweh, has not forsaken them that seek thee. He's not going to forsake you. But you can't just wait until the last minute and be like, oh, well, what that name was they said? Yahweh. No, it's going to be too late. You got to get on board now before it's too late. Let's skip forward to Psalms chapter 20. Let's go to verse 7. It says, some trust in chariots and some in horses. Who trusts in chariots and horses? Carnal men, the heathens. That's what they trust in. They got all of these technologies and planes and tanks and all of this stuff. We don't have that. What do we have? Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And it says, but we will remember the name of Yahweh, our power. So remember the name. Learn the name. It is important. This is your protection. This is your power. You ever watch those superhero movies or it's not even superhero movies. How whenever they're like fighting people, they're fighting bad guys, and the bad guys are using all these tanks, guns, and all kinds of stuff against a superhero. Or if you're watching a TV show where somebody has superpowers and you see that, and you notice that the people who have the superpowers, they don't use weapons. They only use their superpower. Well, Yahweh is our superpower. That spiritual power that comes from him. That's what we have. We can't use those weapons that our enemies have because that's not our gifts. That's not what we have. We have Yahweh. We can't fight them using what they have. We have to fight them using Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, that spiritual power. That's what we have. That's what our blessing is. And we got to tap into that. And so we need to have faith. We need to return to our power. All of that's in this book, which is why it's important to read and get under the true man of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, starting with the elders. Let's go to Psalms chapter 29. Let's go down to verse 2. And it says, give unto Yahweh the glory due unto his name. Wait. He said, give unto Yahweh the glory due unto his name. So that name must be important. The name is due glory. This is an important name, the most important name. Worship Yahweh in the beauty of holiness. You have to know his name. His name is important. It's not to be played with. It is very important. Most important name you could ever know. You ain't got to know my name. You ain't got to know your mama name, your daddy name. None of them. They don't matter. But you need to know the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now let's skip forward to Psalms 124. 8. It says, our help is in the name of Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. Wait a minute. Didn't we just read that some people trust in chariots and horsemen? We put our trust in Yahweh, roughly paraphrasing. So that's where our help comes from. The name. That's who we call on. That's our power. How you go call on somebody and you don't know their name? You can't just be up here like, God help me. There are many gods. They're fake, because we know there's only one true God. But still, how can you say you know him if you don't know his name? How you go call on him if you don't know his name? Like, if I'm walking out in the street and somebody screaming, they're trying to reach me, but they don't know my name. They just screaming, man, man, man. A bunch of men out there, nobody gonna know who you looking for. So you can't just not know his name. That's not okay. You can't be like, oh, he know my heart and all of that. No, you are supposed to know his name. This is not a game. If you don't know his name, you is left out. You up the creek without a paddle, and the waterfall is coming. Literally. Learn the name. Believe on the name. Trust in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's not a game. All right, let's go to the book of Joel, chapter 2. Let's start from verse 30. It says, the day of Yahweh, the day of the Lord. And I will shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke, sung by the end of days. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come. And it will come to pass that whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be delivered. Oh, so wait. How you gonna be delivered if you don't know his name? Because like I said, you can't call on God. You can't just say God. You can't say Jesus, because that is not his name. His name is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So you need to know that name to be delivered. You call on Yahweh, you're not getting delivered. You call on Yahuwah, Yehoshua, Yahuwah, all of this nonsense, you're not going to get delivered. You need to know the name. This is very important. It says, for in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance. Okay, there's a second part of this. You also got to be an Israelite. If you're a heathen and you call on that name, it ain't going to work. It's not for you. In Zion and Jerusalem. Zion and Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Okay? As Yahweh had said, and in the remnant who Yahweh shall call. So, you also got to be the remnant. So, you got to be the elect. Because remember, all of Israel isn't getting saved on this side. All of Israel will be saved. But there's 1/3 that's the elect. And that 2/3, they gonna get destroyed. Because they hard-headed, stiff-necked knuckleheads. They ain't gonna get it. You could preach this to them all day long. It just ain't set up for them to get it. So if you can hear, you have ears to hear, please hearken. Now, let's go to the New Testament. It's the book of Romans, chapter 10, down to verse 1. 12, it says, "For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord or Master over all is rich unto all that call upon him." Now, this is not talking about Israelites and heathens. This is talking about Israelites who know they're Israelites, the circumcision, and the Israelites who don't know they're Israelites. The Israelite foreigners, aka the Greeks. Okay? That's what that's talking about. If you want to get that understanding, you have to read the Apocrypha. Read the book of Maccabees to see that the Israelites were not allowed to call themselves Israelites. So they became Gentiles, just like we became Gentiles in this day and age. We didn't know we were Israelites until now, because we're waking up. Okay? So that's what they're saying. They're saying there's no difference between the ones who knew and the ones who didn't know. Because once you wake up, you're an Israelite. You know the truth. Okay? "For whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall be saved." Again, this is for Israelites. We just read the precept to this in Joel chapter 2. And they had conditions. And one of those conditions was you had to be Israelite. Talking about Zion and Jerusalem shall be deliverance. Okay? In verse 14. "How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed?" Exactly. "And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?" I just told you, so you heard. You don't have any excuse when you stand before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua if you heard this. Okay? "And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring tidings of good things." Yes, this gospel, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua sent his son Yahushua to save his people, Israel. That's the good news. We're going to be delivered. Yahushua came down, walked this earth, died for our sins so that we could be saved and have eternal life. Speaking of Israel. So, the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is our salvation. Okay? It's very important that you learn that name. So, I want to say Shalom and call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom.